Mr. Mobile Mechanic here. Just going to go on with part 4. We've got to take the sump off, get the timing cover off, have a look at the timing gear, and pretty much strip this down so there's not much left to go. As you can see, there's still a bit of sludge and stuff coming out of it. It's not real nice at all. It's yucky stuff. So we'll see what's in this sump. Should be a little bit funny actually. So, what's that? There's a bit of something there in the bottom of the sump that's metal. I'm not really sure what that is, we'll have to clean it up. You can see there that we would have had to have taken this sump apart anyway. As you can see from the sludge and stuff inside it. Yeah, there's a couple of big chunks of stuff in here, so we'll have to have a bit of a look around. Righto. So there's our timing chain, we've just pulled it through. You can see here now we've got the main caps just here, and these are our rod caps here. So yeah. So I'm just going to roll this over so that it's up the right way before I do the timing cover. As you can see, there's still a whole lot of rubbish in this. I'll try and get it out before we roll it over. So I'd say it's very hard to say at the moment. Alright, so we got it back up the right way now. I'm going to take the distributor off, a couple of other things. We're going to get the water pump off before we take this timing cover off and have a look at what's going on inside there. So this is what your water pump looks like inside. It's just a few fins on it there, just spins like that and pushes the water around. Nothing too exciting. Got a telltale here, so if the water pump does fail or the seals fail, then you'll have water drain out of that hole. So that sits up like that, and what will happen is the water will come out of that hole, or that hole on the bottom I should say. That's your oil pump drive. That drives your oil pump and your and the distributor. That's the timing case off. See this spring here that's dropped out? Well, there's a bit more timing chain guide. This spring that's dropped out is actually out of our tensioner, and here's the little piston. So the way this works is that piston goes in there, and a bit of oil pressure, and then your chain's driven, as you can see, chain's driven off the crank sprocket there and drives the cam sprocket up the top. Now, as I've probably said to some of you before, make sure if you're doing any timing, you always change your tensioner, because even if you change your chain or your timing belt and you don't change your tensioner, it's a waste of time. Because if the tensioner fails, it doesn't matter that you put a new belt on it, you're still going to have the same problem with valves contacting pistons, and then the engine's pretty well shagged. There's not much you can do about it after that. So you have to pull the head off it and replace all your valves. Alright. So that's your guide. You can see this one's had a bit of a nick by the look of it. Looks like just here you can see that edge there's been damaged. So I'd say, you can see also here, you can see there along there where there's that pitting, that chain has been slapping around a bit. And over here, if you have a look, this is what's left of our other guide, and it's just a piece of steel there. And I think this is what the rest of it is where that's come from, because it's a similar sort of plastic as this. You can see that that's steel in there, that needs oil to lubricate it, and I'm not sure whether you'd say that this is an after effect of the oil having water in it, or whether this is a precursor to what the issue was. Alright, so now we pull that chain off. So I'm just going to flip the engine over again. I'm going to wind it down so that number one's on bottom dead centre, and then I'm going to take number one out, because that's where we're pretty sus on it as far as where the crack's going to be. I'll take this out so I don't lose it. Righto, so this is what we refer to as the bottom end. So you've got your rod caps and your main caps here. These are counterweights, they're to help balance the engine, just to keep everything nice and tidy so you don't get too much vibration. This is your oil pickup. You can see there a bit of steel from somewhere, probably from that timing chain guide, I would say. So yeah, so what we'll do is we'll knock out number one. So we're going to take number one out and have a look inside and see what it looks like. So you can see the bearings are pretty well worn, they're not very good at all. On there's a fair bit of pitting in there. You can see a bit of stuff embedded. So probably we're better off just to pack this one away. Alright. Come off it. Bearing. Okay. So, here we have the con rod, piston skirt, piston crown and the oil rings. And you've got your compression rings there, that's your... So yeah, you can see there's a fair bit of stuff there, they're probably not really doing their job. And you can see a bit of the rusty looking gear. Right. So what we'll do now is we'll flip this back over and we'll actually have a look in that cylinder and see if we can see any cracks and things. Okay, so we've cleaned up the cylinder so you can have a bit of a look, and we've found a couple of cracks in there. It's not in real good condition at all actually. You can see a few rust rings and stuff. I'll bring it in there and we'll have a look. We'll see if I can get some light in there so you can actually see what's going on. I've got them marked. So if you come in here, you can see there's a small crack just up here in the cylinder here. I'm not sure if you can see that very well with the camera, but you can just sort of see it there. And then on the other side here, there's another one. It runs pretty much from there all the way up. Until I clean off all this other stuff down here, that scale and stuff, it's going to be a bit hard to see, but I would say that there's cracks and a bit of drama going on there. You can see that there's a fair bit of wear in this cylinder, and yeah, it's probably been like this for a little while. There's a fair bit of pitting and stuff around the edges of it, and it's not a happy engine. So yeah, my thoughts of earlier of thinking that we might be able to save this, it's not really worth it, it's not economical. So this one's going to go in the steel bin along with all the other bits. And yeah, that's pretty much the way it goes. Unfortunately, once they get past a certain amount, especially certain age, they're just not economical to rebuild anymore. And I'd say that's where this one's failed, and that's where the water's coming through the water jacket straight into the cylinder. These piston rings, they're not designed to hold water in there, so what happens is the water just runs straight past them and straight into the sump and causes all that problem. So yeah, so that's it. Hopefully you enjoyed the video and all of the series so far. Like our stuff and keep following us and see how we go. We've got a couple of other ones up there now, and coming into Christmas, so we're hoping to slow down a bit and not get too many more interesting ones in. So we'll see you all in the new year. Have a good Christmas and we'll see you later.